Hey, what's going on, guys? Dan with Barrel Blades and Barbells, and I want to talk to you about something today that I've been kind of thinking about doing this video for a while now, just haven't been able to put the pieces together the proper way. I want to talk about gun safety and how to properly handle a gun. So this isn't necessarily for our veteran gun owners or people who've been shooting for a while or military people. This is for those folks that are maybe looking to get into firearms, looking to get into carrying or a CCW or things of that nature. They want to go to a gun store. They want to look at some guns that potentially might fit their hand and things of that nature. So I'm going to go over a couple quick things, nothing too in-depth, but number one, I want you guys, I can't stress this enough, gun safety, safety, safety is super important. So I'm going to talk about three things specifically on the safety side. First thing, when you go to a gun store, you're going to ask to see something. You're going to look for a specific firearm. Now, this gun right here is loaded right now, but I'm going to show you how to unload it and make sure it isn't loaded. All right, so when they pull a gun out of the gun safe, first thing they're going to do is they're going to drop the mag out. This particular one has a button right here. You push the button, the mag gets released, it comes out. All right, so the mag comes out. Now, the guy who's at the counter should be doing this before he hands you the firearm. So he's going to drop the mag out, then he's going to pull the slide back. He's going to visually inspect and make sure that there's no rounds in that chamber. Now, once he hands you the firearm, it may or may not have the magazine put back in. Sometimes they drop it out, they clear it, they put the mag back in, and they hand it to you. If that's the case, me personally, I'm going to re-drop the mag, and then I'm going to visually inspect, because I know if he's seen it clear and I've seen it clear, there's no rounds in it, nothing can happen, nobody can get hurt. So that's number one. Number two, I don't know if you've noticed, but since I've been holding this thing, my finger's never gone on the trigger. It stayed right here at the exact same spot the whole time. I know that's where it's at. I know if there's nothing touching the trigger, that even if a round somehow magically appeared in the chamber, still not going to fire because my finger's not on the trigger. All right. So I like to use this little term. I'm sure there's other people out there that use it, but off target, off trigger, on target, on trigger. What's that mean? It literally means unless I'm pointing at something I intend to shoot and kill, I'm not putting my finger on the trigger, because I know that the only thing that actually makes this thing fire is pulling the trigger. So if I don't touch it, it's not going to fire. So the third thing that I want to talk about safety is the actual safeties. All right, so some of them have a slide safety over here, 1911 style, sometimes have like a back strap safety that you have to press in. Glocks and a few others have a depressible, you can kind of see it moving right there, that has to be depressed in order for it to allow the trigger to pull back. So those have to be depressed, but there's an even more important safety. It's right here. Use your head. Your head should be your number one safety. Don't do something stupid. Don't put yourself in a bad position. So a couple things I would like to talk about on CCW. I've had my CCW for almost 10 years now. I was the guy that back in the day I would carry. I would have a full mag and clear chamber. And I always said to myself, if I need it, I can charge one, except for the amount of time that a firefight happens is like an average of 7 seconds. A lot of people don't realize that it's that fast. The amount of time that it takes me to draw my firearm, even if it's here or here, the amount of time it takes me to draw my firearm, put one in the chamber, acquire the target, and take a shot, I'm not going to be able to do it. It's not going to happen. So, yes, I did start carrying with nothing in the chamber. And then I moved up to one in the chamber, but I was actually carrying a firearm that had a slide safety. So as I'm drawing, I can flip my safety down and be on target. A lot of people feel more comfortable with that kind of a firearm setup, just because what if, I kind of understand it, I kind of get it. Or females putting them in their purses, I kind of feel the same way, because there's a lot of stuff, moving parts going into a purse and things of that nature. So I kind of understand that, but I finally moved up. I now feel comfortable enough to be able to carry. I have a Glock 43 that I carry every day, and it's right here, and I've never had an incident, I've never had a problem. It's because, yes, it's got a trigger safety, yes, I make sure it's clear, but the number one thing is I use my head. Don't do something stupid. A lot of the problems that we have with negligent discharges and people getting injured and stuff is because someone was doing something stupid. So if you use your head, you're smart about it, you go in being informed when you go into a store. That's mostly why I'm making this video, is because I want to make sure you guys are informed and know when you go into a store, hey, I know the gun shop owner or the worker is going to pull it out. He's going to make sure the mag's out. He's going to take a look, make sure it's clear. Then I'm going to do the same thing. From there, I know it's safe. I can handle it, I can get a feel for it. If somebody walks up beside me and I'm holding it like this and I flag them, meaning I point the gun at them, I can be like, oh, my bad, and point it away. I still don't have to worry about injuring anyone. So that's the whole point, because if it's loaded and you accidentally shoot someone, that's bad. That's, I mean, whether it's an accident or not, doesn't matter. You could potentially harm someone. So I wanted to do this video to kind of give you guys some insight and, you know, kind of help everybody out in the long run. I hope you liked the video. Leave some comments, you know, tell me what I can do to improve on this kind of stuff, or if you'd like to see more videos like this. Maybe next time I can do an AR or a bolt action, and kind of actually visually you can see how they function and what to check for and how to clear them and things of that nature. So if you guys like the video, hit the like button and go ahead and hit the subscribe while you're at it, and have a good one.